My name is Mr. Neef. I am a computer science teacher. So, in my lessons, I've had students in the past ask me about making games so they can get into the industry themselves. So I would thought I'd make a series of blogs of my attempts to try and make my own game. I will be trying to document everything I do, and I'll try and even leave blocks of code so you can follow along yourselves. To try and keep this game as simple as possible, I've gone with a strategy style game to try and reduce the amount of art assets I will need. So, for the purpose of these blogs, the game is going to be called Global Gambit. So first of all, we're going to need a game engine. I'm using Godot. Game engines are a series of tools made by other people that help speed up your development. Godot is excellent for beginners, is excellent for 2D style games, although can be used for 3D as well. And because it is open source, it means you do not need to pay for it, which is great for the purpose that we are going to be using it for. The way it works is that you drag nodes on, you can attach the textures, uses a scripting language very similar to Python, and we can even release it on all of those platforms. On this part of the website, you can see some of the games that people have made using Godot. So there is quite a few. It is quite a known game engine. So there is a license to use with this. Basically any game you make with it, you are the copyright holder, as long as when you are using the game engine, you put the MIT license in the credits for it. So this is where I am at this stage. I've got my main texture, which is the world, and I've done it as different colours for different provinces. So you'll notice that some of the countries have multiple different provinces because they're quite big. And then I've got this text file here called regions.txt. Each region has a hex code, so all the colours should be different so I can identify which region represents what. I then turned it into a JSON file for it to be connected to the code. So if you can scroll down, you can see I've got like over 200 provinces for this to work. This was probably the most tedious part with the starting part, getting the eyedropper tool and checking that all those hex codes work. So in the main body of the code, so you right click the main node and then click attach script, and you can see I've got all my variables at the top. First one being the map sprite, so it allows the map to be displayed. And then we've got our dictionary blocks of code, which then link our regions to those colors. And then our function ready. This is the first bit of code that needs to load for everything to work. So it loads the region data, and then I've also done it so when you click on a province, it loads a mask, so what it clicks to. So on the load region data, it goes to the JSON file, which is similar to that regions.txt file you saw. It allows access to it, and then it checks what it needs to. Then we have the region masks. So this function here is designed so when you click on a region, it changes color. Now there is actually a whole nother series of pictures that I've had to do. So these are all the PNGs of all of the different regions on that giant texture you saw at the beginning. So all those different pictures, I've then broken it apart into that many PNGs. So when I click on it, it then goes to that bank of images, and then it'll put that image on top of it. So as you can see here, I've done it as like a white color. And what this bit's now going to do is connect the mouse button, so when it clicks on it, it knows roughly what to do. So it knows that if you click on a texture, it should do something. And then finally, to make it look a little bit better, we've got this fade out highlight, so the texture should kind of disappear a little bit after you click it. So if we run it with the play button here, I click on that part, you notice it's got a nice white and it's kind of fading. You'll also notice that on the output, just off the screen, you can see that the provinces click. Not all of them have the color of it going white to show it's been clicked on, but if you click on Lisbon, you can see that you can still click it. And the reason for that is because I haven't gone through and changed all the colors of those masks just yet. Okay, so that is where we are at the moment. We have a map, we can click on stuff. So from then on we can then expand it, perhaps have some windows pop up so you can select things to build. But I think what I'm going to do next is actually add some camera controls so we can have them move around the entire world as opposed to that part of Europe and North Africa. Right, okay, so I'm going to kind of end the blog at this stage. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. But other than that, I'll see you next time.